3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. The current state of the underground. It's the third time I'm doing this. No cap, bro. I done did it once. I wasn't recording my mic audio. Now I'm doing it. Didn't have the video loaded up. So let's just get into this, bro. Let's get into this. The current underground, in my opinion, is devoid of individual value and artistry. Everybody seems like products of a subgenre. Got the new age jerk, I think that's what it's called. Got like I don't even know no more, bro. Like I don't, because I stopped paying attention after the Summers, Yeet, Can, Slay World, Lancey Foe, Shay, Jace, that kind of wave. I got cut out of it after that wave, and I've had my own personal experience with the underground from the group chats I was in with certain artists that's big. Share I was in group chats with Lone, group chats with certain producers, certain collectives. So I kind of got to deal with what it is that the underground is, and I feel like the underground is just a farming system for the mainstream, like to see who is willing to do whatever it is the mainstream is requiring of them to make it. And I feel like that's really kind of the problem because that ushered in like that Little Pump, Kid Boo, that weird era of like tryhards. Like that was kind of, I feel like that's what made people feel like quote unquote the underground is dead. That whole SoundCloud is dead era. When the whole time SoundCloud is still vital to the underground. Like in Mac's video that I reacted to of him reacting to the modern underground, all those were still on SoundCloud. 300,000 plays in 2 months on the song on SoundCloud. So regardless of what people say, it's still thriving and vital to that scene. But the scene is missing hardcore movements like Raider Clan, like Golf Money, like GBC. Is missing those hardcore movements like Splash Gang, Uno, Cardi, Fani, which is the three heads. That's Mount Rushmore of the underground. Uno, my underground goat. Lucky, part of that movement. All the producers, part of that movement. Ugly Friend, shout out to Ugly Friend. Me and bro, pretty cool, bro. So that era, they all felt like their own thing, and not even to be cliche, like it just feels like now, like when I reacted to the Max video of him reacting to the Modern Underground actually playing their music, Too Slimy, Pretty Fun, um, Fake Meat, who else? Prada Bag Shawty, who else? 1 a.m. Couple other people. It all felt like songs I done heard before. Like 1 a.m. was the most unique, but I already knew who 1 a.m. was. Prada Bad Shawty was the second best, but he just sounded like Zaman Shawty to me, and they fit that sound, that Mexico Tro, modern Mexico Dro, Benji Cole wave. I pushed them into that. So I don't know. I feel like it's missing real founded individual artistry and movements. So let's
We're
look
able
at
to focus
this.
on what really.
Let's see what they got to say.
The current underground rap scene and the new wave of underground artists.
We're gonna run this back.
The current underground rap scene and the new wave of underground artists has arguably been the best it's been for a while.
The best. Maybe I'm tripping. Because the best is crazy. Osama Sun is the best. I don't feel like Osama Sun has showed anything to prove that he can carve out a legacy like Cardi. Since that is who he most represents himself, associated with, then that's the standards I'm gonna hold him to. Cardi was already his own thing when I was like a freshman, bro. Before he went all super dark, when he was wearing skinny jeans and Ricks and CDG shirts and CDG Converse and all that, like just regular kind of pretty boy shit. Now it's like he done went into his whole other thing. Like he's this generation's GOAT. From like 2017 to now, he probably the GOAT. Him and Youngboy, them two the GOATs. So you feel me? It was a whole Uno, like Fani, all them paved, Lucky, all them paved their own way. Do you really feel like Osama's not gonna be here in 10 years?
So many artists blowing up day by day with artists such as
So.
Shay, Osama.
No, wait.
Sun, Xavier, So Bass, and more. With these artists skyrocketing in popularity, let's take a look at the current state of the hip hop underground, some of the popping artists right
Bro, what the world is going
now,
on,
and the
bro?
current state
My
of their
bad, y'all.
careers.
That shit is buffering out the ass.
State of the hip hop underground, some of the popping artists right now, and the current state of their careers. And now starting off with easily the most popular artist right now in the underground space is no question Che. And now Che, in
Shay
my
is
opinion,
pretty cool,
has
though.
had one of the best
I
overall
don't hate Che.
evolutions in his career. And like, bro, if you listen to the music that this dude did make even 2 years ago, that shit sounds completely unidentical to his music nowadays, bro. Rapping on plug-in
Shay
B
cool.
fucking beats, and to now rapping on distorted, grungy, crazy 808 type of beats, as you guys can see.
But even that, like, listen to this.
2 years later.
Even
Since
that, I feel like I've heard that. I swear. And the thing is, I hold them to the standard of music, not just underground standards. You got to compete with niggas like Skrilla, bro. Skrilla is dropping banger after bang. That's what I'm fucking with the artist right now, Skrilla. So it's like I'm holding you to that standard, not non-vicious standard, bro. Like I don't know, bro. It just be sounding like it was birthed from that subgenre. Like it's weird.
23, bro.
I do not know
He's
how to
always
explain
been
it, bro.
super underrated in the underground, but since dropping Say So Says last summer, he has seriously taken a massive leap for sure, being one of the biggest in the underground. Currently 50k monthly listeners from the big 1 million, which is just fucking crazy. If you guys haven't been living under a rock, one of the best underground albums and just overall best albums in general of this year, Rest in Bass, did drop last month. And this project, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, Rest in Bass was 18 for 18, bro. Many people compared this album to Whole Lotta Red and like Cardi, but in my opinion, Che did what Cardi should have done in 2020, bro. This was a very experimental album, and honestly, I feel like Che kind of did what Cardi was scared to do back then. I don't give a fuck if this album is brain rot rap, bro. I don't care if it's just noise in my ears, bro. There's seriously some of the best underground music that I've ever heard on this album. And like, bro, songs like Doe Deer, my favorite on this album, is probably the hardest Chase song that I've ever heard in my fucking life. And yeah, even other songs like Marceline and Dior Leopard. In my opinion, this album perfectly sums up what the future of rap is gonna look like. And yeah, if you don't like this new hip hop like wave or hip hop sound, you better get used to it because it's gonna be around a lot. This album is already performing insanely well. In my opinion, this is the album that actually did take Che out the underground, as he's basically mainstream like as of now, bro. Seeing the evolution of Che is insane, and yeah, this album is gonna hit during his tour, which he is going on soon. And yeah, I'm super hyped to see the overall.
Yeah, Shay I don't have too much of a problem with. I ain't really listened to too much of it, but what I have heard is just like top tier underground music. Like that's like right there on that brink. I don't think he's mainstream at all, but at that brink to where if he get 2 more pushes and the right feature, he could be there for sure. Like Jace has barely crossed over. Goose Creek barely crossed him over. So
future of Che. Like Che, another artist who actually did come up in the same era, being a part of the 2023 underground era, that being my personal favorite on this list, Osama Sun, aka how I like to call him, Osa Mason. And now Osama Sun has had a very interesting year, from dropping Jump Out back in January to his fan base being absolute assholes
I'm choosing Glock 40 Spaz over Osama. Sorry.
to him. It's been very, very
Dev Stacks over Osama. Sorry. Yeah, that's another one. Dev Stacks is another one. He's goated in terms of production, like actual music sonically. Dev is goated, bro.
Speaking of Osama Sun's fan base, I feel for Osama Sun because, at times, excluding myself, his fan base really fucking sucks, bro. They be leaking this to his info,
Yeah, I was
leaking
about to
tapes,
say, he
and
got
no,
like
I'm not
thousands of leaked
talking about
songs.
music
How is that even
tapes,
possible,
school
bro?
pictures, credit card info,
dead.
and like
How is that
Osama Sun
possible?
has handled it very, very well, bro. Like, I commend him because if I were in his shoes, I would have fucking crashed out like crazy. But yeah, besides the BS, looking at the music, and he obviously did drop Jump Out back in January, which has been in my rotation ever since it did drop. Yes, it is the best album that did drop back in January. Yes, better than the Weeknd's album, bro. Come on now. Osama Sun has still remained basically the top dog of the underground, as he actually did tease a variety of projects like Jump Out 2, which was scrapped, and his next album that all of us are waiting for is called Psychotic. And now leakers were like, all right, bro, we aren't gonna leak any songs off this album just so Osama-san can roll the album out himself, which is obviously a good thing because leaks end up pushing the album back further and further. But
Yeah,
that then
cooks it.
fucking backfired, and Osama-san ended up calling his leaker. But yeah, let's hope it still drops, bro. And he actually did drop this song Demon Home back in June, which was pretty fire and does give us a taste of what this next album is gonna be. Let's hope this album does drop soon. But overall, Osama-san has been getting hella mainstream cosigns, like being close with Uzi, being seen with Yeet, which is huge. I feel like this next album is gonna go crazy, especially if Osama-san has big ass features on it. And speaking of features, he actually was just featured on Xavier's album. Hey bro, that song goes crazy. In my opinion, the big three of the underground are Xavier, Shay, and Osama-san, bro. No doubt about it. And
I can
speaking
agree
of
with that.
Xavier
I
has
don't
quickly
disagree.
become one of my favorite underground artists.
I
His sound
used to
is
kind of rock
truly
with
one
Xavier
of a
shit, but I
grind,
can't
just
anymore,
a
bro.
overall very
I
chill
can't.
artist rapping on jerk beats.
Give me
Just
Dev.
dropping his
I mean,
new
give me
EP,
doo-wop
which I
over
will get
Shay.
into.
I'm
And
being
yeah,
real.
Xavier has been around for a couple of years, but is now just getting popularity, being seen with other underground artists like Shay, Osama-san, and the EP that he actually did drop was fucking amazing, bro. 6 for 6 easily, and like I did say, any song with Osama-san goes crazy, bro. Even his other songs that he did drop this year, like Double Whammy, made me a fan of Xavier, and I honestly wish that I was tapped into him earlier with like Surf Gang. But yeah, man, it is cool to see Xavier getting the love that he does deserve, because yeah, honestly, bro, overall there is not much that I can say about Xavier. I feel like he isn't as pushed in the media as Osama-san or Shay. Yeah, overall, he is a chill ass dude. I'm hyped to see the future of his career for sure. A artist that has collabed with Xavier, Shay, and Osama-san is Nespen. And now Nespen also being one of the front runners of this new underground scene.
Nespin is a no for me, bro. It's a no. It's a no, bro. That's my example of talent versus ability, like I said with David. Ability, I have the ability to use the BandLab recording software and find a sound that matches my voice, and just I go with that. Talent is Prince. I know how to find the vocal bridges, the chorus, and what tone and frequency matches with that. What instruments need to be put here in this segment that don't need to go here. What trumpet, what the trumpet should be tuned to. What the guitar should be tuned to. What the drums need to be playing. What the choreography need to be. That's talent. I'm not putting Nespa in the same category as Prince. Y'all out y'all damn mind. Fuck that. Hell no. Y'all got Nespa with Prince. Y'all wild.
Ben has been going crazy since dropping his album Badass Fucking Kid last year, bro. This album was actually very, very solid for a debut album. A lot of these songs on this album are still in my rotation, like Tommy, Beach League, and he's been teasing this next album called Early Life Crisis, which is supposed to drop soon, which he has been rolling out as well as being in a whole new era for the album as well. And he has teased a variety of snippets. He dropped a song on SoundCloud, which was alright. Yeah, he has been.
I think I accept the underground is not for me, bro. Because who we gonna say next? Nine Vicious, as I thought. Like I said in the last video, I reacted to one Pretty Fun, 1 a.m., Fake Mink, Proud of Back Shawty, 2 Slimy. What was that other dude? The other dude, the Stack Lotto dude, whatever. So that's 6 artists. Let's just stop there. 6. The only one I really like was 1 a.m. And I'm not listening to him on my own. I don't like it that much. And I already knew who 1 a.m. was. So it's like that shit just might be over for me, bro.
No More Net and Mazzy, bro. End of a era, bro. And yeah, man, get ready for the Net Heartbreak album, because that shit is gonna hit. I forgot to mention, but Shay, Nespen, and Pretty Fun were supposed to open up for Ken before that shit did end up getting canceled. So yeah, and imagine how that shit would have turned out, bro. It's honestly a shame. It's a shame. But yeah, man, shout out to Net though, bro. And the last artist that I do want to talk about, which boy oh boy, probably has the most split audience ever. Half of his audience are diehard Nine Vicious YSL fans, and the rest of them are Nine Vicious haters, with a lot of fans saying that Nine Vicious is the 6ix9ine of the underground. And you guys probably already know who this last artist is. Nine Vicious. Nine Vicious would first gain popularity early this year, being one of the the most interesting
This really the
rappers in
current state,
the
bro?
underground. I would actually first hear
This
his
can't
music
be.
back in January. This EP I actually fucking love, bro. In my opinion, it had no misses. And yeah, after I did hear this EP before TM or before Tumblr Music, I was like, yeah, this dude 9 is making it out the freaking underground, no question. Because also he also has family ties with Thugger, right? Like bro was modeling for Spider and he was the goddamn blueprint. But like a lot of underground rappers, their careers do get stagnated due to allegations. And 9, I believe in March or February, would get hit with some PDF allegations, which just did not look good at all. That is
Like,
the
nah,
worst possible
bro. Like,
allegation to happen.
yeah, bro. I'm taking Dev Stacks and Jace and Psy Baby and Skrilla and all the shit I've been listening to over any of that. I'm Gucci. I am overly Gucci. I'm Gucci on that, brother. That's yeah, nah. I'm out. That's not it. Maybe I'm missing the right motherfuckers who, you know what I mean, doing their thing, but I'm cool with Dev Stacks and the shit I've been listening to, cause nah, ain't no way. Shit, even Surf the World with Black Cray. That was a fire ass tape. That was like tape of that year. I think 2022. That was my favorite tape of that year. So yeah, I just stick with Uno. I still listen to Uno, Two Chains, Georgia Bulldog. All that was hard. For sure, yeah. For sure. No way.